It wasn't quite a perfect performance, but it was a perfect result on Wednesday. The Giants were dismissed 5-0 by a clinical Steelers team, backstopped by Thomas Duba's first shutout. It was the ideal start to a daunting run of fixtures, which continues tonight against the Cardiff Devils. They've won both meetings this season by a single goal, but due to suspensions are 2 imports down. Marco Vallerand is ready to return, but the Steelers still can't ice 14 imports themselves, as James Bettauer is now out. The versatile Eric Mellon will drop into defence to cover. And we are underway. First possession for the Steelers. And they're into the offensive zone, and then in behind Myers. Connolly draws the save from Ben Bounds, and what a start that nearly was for the Sheffield Steelers.
But not a penalty's called. It's right here. Myers starts grabbing, putting hands all over him. Very, very lucky, and right there at the end, you see it as he sort of grabs and wrestles him to the ground.
Kuka with a long pass forward. Sandstrom with a little flick on it, negates the icing. The Devils will try and build from in their own zone. Pass forward was gathered in well by Dixon. He gets it onto Batch. Across the blue line, it'll break for Dixon. Into the slot, and Duba has to make the save on the shot from Morrison. They must score here, though. They do through Haddad. Devils have the opener.
Give Batch a lot of credit here. The big guy just finds that rebound, and then Sheffield defense are found wavering in the back as everybody's got their heads facing the wrong way. Sandstrom, I think, is the one that's most angry with himself, as he's the one that punches the net after the fact, as Haddad just cruises in and just has to put it into the top of the net.
Duggan down the right wing side. And O'Connor knocks it away from him, but then it falls perfectly for the Devils, and Duggan has been gifted an absolute freebie.
Yeah, just a horrendous bounce behind the net. You'll see it here as it bounces right there up and under. Duba's expecting it to go the other way. Sam Duggan cuts it off out in front and then just chips it short side into the wide open net.
David Phillips' shot is deflected just wide. Here's Sandstrom, David Phillips, Ben O'Connor. Into the crowd, rebound, can they get it beyond bounds? They can't. Eberle was at the side of the goal. But what a chance for the Steelers, their best of the period. And Eberle just couldn't find a way of poking it in. Power play is over. Tronsinski's trying to get onto this one. Does at least prevent Langley from playing the long pass down the ice to Myers, who was looking for a break straight out of the penalty box. Devils can now clear the zone. Don't get much further though, although Armstrong was grateful that Myers couldn't take the puck on. Devils leading by 2-0 here inside the final minute of the first period. Pope with the shot, big rebound off Duba, and Myers has made it 3-0. A nightmare start for the Steelers, and the Devils have taken the chances they've been presented with.
Yeah, Myers does the easy thing. He just makes the pass out wide to Pope, and you can see both Dowd and Kuka just allow Myers to drive through for the rebound as Duba just pops one straight back into the low slot area around the hash marks, and Myers on his forehand as well. Just doesn't get a whole ton on it, but gets enough to chip it up and over.
The other game is going to have to turn quickly in the Steelers' favour, if anything, just to get the home crowd back involved in the game. All the noise and all the drumming is from the Devils at the moment. The shot from Kuka was blocked by Martin. Martin with a good forechecking. The Steelers don't get the puck out of the zone. Here's Riley. Shot from the angle. The tip, it's gone underneath Duba. McNamee with the redirect. And the Devils are scoring with everything they send towards goal at the moment.
Yeah, definitely not the start they want, but Riley just hopeful, puts this towards the net, but right there you see it's actually McNamee. Does he push it back out in front? Is it Martin that it goes off for Kuka? Hard to tell, because I don't think it goes up and over. I think it's Joey Martin out in front. But yeah, the perfect start for the Cardiff Devils, especially if you're one of the fans and one of the guys on the ice. That pushes the lead to 4.
DeLuca, Valorand, opportunity for the Steelers, bounds, is the puck in? No, it's not, the light flashed on. But the officials on the spot waved it away immediately. We may get a chance to look at that. If we do go back and see that that puck went over the line, there's going to be an awful lot of time to add back on.
For sure, yeah.
Tronsinski fired into the crowd. It won't settle down for the Steelers. The Devils do a good job of getting it out of harm's way. Tronsinski brings it straight back. Oh, and that one has gone in! Might have hit Jonathan Phillips, might have hit a defenseman. And a minute or so after the Steelers fans thought they'd scored, they have scored.
And I think they're going to...
We have to go back because the Steelers will want to see if they can get a little more game time added on.
It is. It looks as though it does go off Jonathan Phillips there as it was going up around knee height, and then it just drops down. You can see Bounds is still trying to find where it went. So I think they are going to have to go back and have a look just to make sure. It's almost as if they're going to go have a look and say, well, you want us to have a look and add the time back on. But realistically, in my eyes, they should go back and have a good look at this behind the net, because if it is in, you know, as you say, a minute and a half, I think, has gone by with a lot of pressure, and that's a lot of time at the end of the game if it's a 1-goal game. This looks like it's all the chaos that happened in front. We'll see if we can see anything where that puck goes. As it gets pushed up and underneath, and where is it from there? Oof. You tell me. It looked like it was underneath the top of the hip of Ben Bounds, up where your belt is. So I don't know if you'll be able to see it on the goal line technology anyways.
Usual disclaimer that the officials have a different view. They have access to cameras that only they can see. They cannot look at our replays. We cannot look at theirs.
No goal. There it comes.
No goal. Yeah. That did not cross the line. But a minute and a half later, it did. And the Steelers are back to 4-1. Connolly, there's some life to the Steelers now. Gets the shot in on Bounds, rebound, puck is still there. Can the backhand go in from Valorand? It can't. Bounds made the save deep in his crease. It's the Steelers' best spell of the game. Penalty after Connolly is wiped out at the top of the crease. And the game's getting a little feisty. And Valorand and Pope are having serious words.
Yeah, it's Pope actually going after Valorand, as Valorand fighting for the puck takes Fournier down, and Pope still jarring back at him.
There's an energy to the Steelers that wasn't there in the latter stages of the first period. Strange what an inadvertent flick of the goal light can do. Now looking round for a penalty that wasn't there, but there was now one on the Steelers, and that power play will end
Robert
right there.
Dowd is absolutely incensed as the referee nearly 200 feet away, 160, 180 feet away, calls Robert or Tronsinski for tripping when Dowd 5 feet away from Andy Dalton doesn't get the same call for a slash. So you can see the frustration on Robert Dowd, still the arms up in the air, and all that does now is create a 4-on-4 opportunity and lets Cardiff off the hook from a 5-on-3 to a 4-on-4.
Puck gets away from Pope as far as Kuka. It's a nice reverse pass. Set towards Valorand, he can't quite get a touch. 10 seconds left on Myers' penalty. And here's Pope, who's hit the post once already in this game. Oh, and there's going to be a penalty called as Pope goes down. It's going to be another tripping call. The crowd don't like it. And we'll take another look at it here as Pope followed up his own shot and then went flying.
I'm not sure what exactly the referee and the linesman are both discussing here. You tell me where the penalty is there.
The penalty is on Thomas Duba. Robert Dowd is going to go and serve it. He's not normally a penalty killer, so puck chopped at. Brocklehurst does get it across the line. Steelers catch a break. The Devils can't play this. They're going to be offside. It's going to enable them to kill a few more seconds and then slap shot it all the way down. And look at the skating of Jonathan Phillips to get onto it. Not able to hold it up, but it's precious seconds as the 5-on-3 ticking away. Tromsinski will be first out of the box for the Steelers. And he can leave now as the shot from Haddad goes in. The crowd let the officials know what they think. The Devils don't care one jot. They're 5-1 in front.
Yeah, fantastic backdoor play here. Jonathan Phillips overcommits a little bit on a 5-on-3. Haddad's there. Duba's just about there as well, but 5-on-3, plenty of ice, and the way the puck moves around the offensive zone, the Devils do a fantastic job finding the open player. And Haddad gets his second, I believe, on the night, into the top end of the net.
Haddad assisted McMonagle a 5-on-4 power play goal at 32.
And there's a cross-check from Myers straight into the ice, back of Connolly's head straight into the ice, and the officials blow another one right off the face-off. So yeah, you can see why the home crowd's getting a little bit irate, and Fox is giving it to him as well. Andy Dalton on the back.
O'Connor's shot is charged down, but he gets it back. The puck will slide towards goal. Fournier can't take it away. He'll have another go, and he's dug it out nicely for himself. Get away from 2 Devils and 2 Steelers. Manchester are 3-0 up against Dundee. Last taking a strange kick and fired into the outside of the goal by Myers. Oh, and that's a penalty for Sharp as Batch gets involved with DeLuca.
And you can, the hallelujahs are played out. You can see Batch right there. Gives DeLuca a little bit of a upper body push, and DeLuca goes down.
So power play 4 coming up. The Steelers' third power play didn't last too long.
We'll see it off the face-off. Watch right here as the referee skates away. Watch this one coming up right here. Myers, let's see if it comes out. He's got his stick caught up in and around. You can see Connolly's already, and then it's the shooting the glove away, which is another 2 minutes for interference.
Valorand to Connolly. Save made. Connolly on the follow-up. It was blocked by Jardine in front of his netminder. Davies. Connolly. Fired into the block. Steelers keep it alive. Brocklehurst through into traffic. Valorand. Left the puck behind, and that's going to be a penalty. They're going to call that a trip. And the Steelers crowd, they're getting increasingly irritated with the match officials.
Well, we'll have a look at it here. We'll see if Valorand does actually get his foot stuck in here. Wow, you tell me, there's no trip in a million years. That's a toe pick and no penalty whatsoever. So again, we've got the replays to look into, but Valorand, rightly so, gives it to the referee, who's slightly screened on the play, as Duba looks like he's giving it to him as well.
It's Richardson for Cardiff. All the way through, and the shot was just wide, and then the follow-up is put in. The Devils have a 6th. The Steelers survive the power play, but they didn't survive much longer.
Now the Devils are quicker to react and pounce on it here. You can see, look, there's 2 players inside. Duba can't do much about it. Closest one back is Kuka, as DeLuca goes the other way. Fournier, I was just going to say, he's been pretty quiet today on the...
Melland sends it across, one-timer into the crowd, and Bounds has got hold of it. There's a couple of players at the bottom of a pile.
I think it's Connolly down there as well, digging around with Jardine, it is.
I think they're both going to go for that. It appears to be what Liam Sewell is signalling. And the Steelers have possession with Tronsinski. Feeds it across, back door, bounces down, and he makes the save. And the puck is caught up underneath him. He's done really well from an awkward position to get that one covered up. Yeah,
Lemchigov gets the pass through the seam, and you can see him. Bounds goes down. He's waiting for him to go down. And just as he tries to go top shelf, Ben Bounds uses that quick enough to make reactionary saves. He can go down, you can see double pad slide, but then there it is. He knows he's down early.
Armstrong touches this one on. I think he'd rather it stuck to his stick. Have to settle for a board battle against the wall. Steelers win it back, but it is deflected en route to Kuka, and that'll allow the Devils to clear. Duggan. Oh, he's found a fantastic shot into the far corner.
That is a fantastic shot. He allows everybody to go through. Plenty of traffic as Duba just leans a little bit to his right. You can see right here as traffic goes through, Duggan just waits, and now Duba has no idea, and that's just a perfectly placed shot up and over top of the net.
2 goals in the game for Sam Duggan. The Steelers' power play coming into this game was under 20%. A couple of percent below where Cardiff and their league leading mark is. Oh, turnover, Shudra! Oh, and he couldn't get the shot away, but the Steelers will get the power play. And Cole Shudra really made that happen all himself.
Yeah, funnily enough, that was more of a penalty shot sort of thing as Fournier is coming across than what the penalty shot that was given on Free Sports in Arden, in my opinion anyways. But again, good hard work, putting a bit of pressure. Fournier.
In terms of the changes the Steelers could make, one thing they were doing at the start of the year was using Tanner Eberle on the power play.
They were also shooting the puck a lot more on the power play at the beginning of the year from the blue line.
Eberle didn't actually get any power play goals. He was part of it for a while. Oh, there's a good one. How about that from Brendan Connolly?
Yeah, nice little play from Valorant as the Devils try to go up the middle of the ice to clear the zone with 24 seconds left on their short-handed. It goes up the middle of the ice. Valorant gets it, and then Connolly puts it up over Ben Bounds' shoulder. Not much Bounds can do on that one. Not a lot of celebration as well, but still 7.5 minutes to go here to save a little bit of face, and power play goal keeps them rolling along.
Oh, Connolly checked down. And that's going to be another penalty. Steelers are going to get another power play here.
Yeah, it's Longley that comes in here and gives Connolly a little bit of a shove in the back right there. Same sort of play as what happened in the first period, a cross-checking penalty. Anytime the player looks like they're going towards the bench and there's any sort of towards the boards and there's any sort of motion going into them.
Did call for Eberle to get some power play time, and he is out there now. So he's trying to squeeze it in short side. Armstrong not able to make it happen. Tronsinski back across to Armstrong, back to O'Connor and off target. It's good passing, but the shooting lacking accuracy. Armstrong can bring it forward. He can get it to Eberle, who can't quite settle it down, so he'll just whack it out of the air instead. Said we needed him on the power play.
Definitely. I was just about to say he'd be better off with Lemchigov as the trigger man, but Lemchigov doing a great job out in front with a big body, and there you see some fantastic hand-eye. Bounds sees absolutely nothing with Lemchigov out in front. A couple of errant passes across the seam, but that one goes through, and 7-3 we go. So a little bit of a crawl back.
And Valorant can sneak in. Bounds can save it, and he'll just keep it trapped. And then the Steelers fans don't like the reactions in the crease. Not sure there was an awful lot in it. That was a good look for Valorand as he was allowed to sneak through.
Ooh, just about catches him underneath the arm. But it looks like it goes behind bounds, but he reaches back, and that's what Conley's trying to get in there.
Shudra. And you get the puck out for one final shot attempt. He cannot. The Steelers have slipped to defeat here against the Cardiff Devils. The Steelers fought back, but it was far too little and all too late. Cardiff winners by 7 goals to 3. And after a superb Wednesday night, the Steelers back to earth with a bump. They'll stay top of the Elite League, but the pack is closing. The Cardiff Devils are now just 3 behind, and they have 4 games in hand.
Aaron, just your thoughts after a strange night.
Yeah, that was a tough one tonight. I actually didn't mind our game early on, but we didn't get a bounce to go our way all night long. Some decision making that we had that first goal. We're going to have clear possession of that puck, and it goes off the ref or their bench. I'm not sure which, and it ends up on their tape coming line rush 4 there with us standing still. Second goal there, we turn a puck over in the neutral zone that we can't turn over. We're a north-south team, not an east-west team, and we try to go across the seam there, and ends up coming back. They end up dumping that puck behind our net harmlessly, and it ends up carrying right back out the same side for a goal. Third one again, we turn a puck over in the neutral zone, and just like that, it's 3-0, and we've a couple bad decisions. We're in the middle of a change when we do that one and get beat back to the net from the rebound. So just one of those nights where we didn't get a lot to go our way. I thought actually in the second period we played really, really well, 5-on-5. I don't think the game was managed very well from the ref side tonight, but that's some nights you get it goes your way and some nights it don't. And I think tonight was one of those nights where we were swimming a little bit from that side of things. And at the end of the day, tonight just wasn't good enough, and there were some battle issues early on, but I thought as the game went on, we actually started playing better and had our chances. We made it 4-1, and we had another couple chances there. Bouncy made some big saves, and then we take a couple penalties that I don't see or understand, and the game kind of gets out of control.
Is it a question of consistency, or is it just, we talked about that a few weeks ago, that we have a great night like Wednesday and then we have a bad night, and it's kind of been a story of the year a little bit, or is that a bit harsh?
No, that's a fair statement. You know what I mean? There's obviously, we weren't as good at tonight as we needed to be. Do I think that was a 7-3 game tonight? No, absolutely not. I think that we outshot them 48-26. I think we outshot them 22 or 23-6 in the second, and we lost that period 3-1. So it's, I said the same thing on Wednesday. I didn't think that Wednesday was a 5-0 game. I thought that was a much closer game than a 5-0 game. We got some great goaltending on Wednesday, and we're opportunistic in scoring, and I think the same was tonight a little bit. Like I felt like that was a much closer game than the score reflected.
24 hours ago, we thought we were coming in here tonight at full strength for the first time. We lose Batawa. A little bit about him if you can. And also you finished the game with another 2 or 3 tonight. What do you know yet what your status is for tomorrow?
No, I don't know what we'll have yet for tomorrow night. Yeah. We had 2 guys tonight that are playing not 100% in Valley and Dowdy. Neither one of them, was doing great after this game tonight. So we'll reevaluate here. It's that side of things frustrating. Long-term, James Patowers, another 4 to 6 weeks minimum. We got 3 guys that are multiple months out of our lineup now. We haven't played with 14 imports more than 1 game this year. So we've had some terrible luck that way. I know we're very fortunate that we've been able to bring in a couple key players with those injuries, and Merrick and Mikko, and it seems like I'm never out of the player market at the moment.
Coach, you must be thrilled with tonight's result.
Yeah, it was a good response. I thought, we were more than ready. Our approach, the last few days in practice has been solid, and I just loved the way we went at it to start the game. Thought to a man, down a couple guys, and, some guys stepped up, some of our younger guys stepped up. I thought our compete was there. I thought our togetherness was there. Things like blocking shots and all that was through the roof, and awesome to see. And then to get, some scoring was obviously nice as well.
For you as a coach, was that the perfect way to respond from the double-header defeat to Belfast at the weekend?
Yeah, it was good. And it was funny because 2 weekends ago we beat Manchester and Fife, and we kind of felt like we were going and we were rolling, and then just it just fizzled quick there against Belfast. Obviously, things can happen in a weekend, and unfortunately they did. And then, we're right back at it here, which is great. At the same time, it's one win. We got a huge game tomorrow.